I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
On second down, it's McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go now! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Richmond.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Watson. Hopkins, strong running. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On first down, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Leopard!
From the gun, it's Allen. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now Allen to throw on third down. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Richmond.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now Now Watson going to sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Finding some room at midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. No sign of a slowdown from McCoy in his age 30 season. This is 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Leopard. Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
3 down.
Now Watson. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LeSean McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on second down, Watson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Watson on 3rd down, and that is incomplete. Micah Hyde, second-team All-Pro a season ago there on the coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And here comes the Texans now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Underneath for Miller. To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Again, it's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Hopkins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Watson looks to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now on 1st down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. A final shot before half for Allen. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what he
think that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. First down is Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Paul. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Now let's go!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Patriot! Now let's go!
10th carry now for McCoy. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Again, it's McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Frank Gore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Bills have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it's a cliche, but he's a Stanford kid, so his ability to read and diagnose and make a play, you kind of figure he's got that, and he does. Nice play by Justin Reed getting near the line of scrimmage and making the tackle. But he can play the deep ball as well. Patrol center field. I just love all of his skill attributes, and when you really need him, he can jump into the slot and cover guys as well.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. on second down. Here's Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get your...
That's caught at the 25. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Richmond.
To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Checking things elsewhere, third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
No, check, Patriot!
This give is to McCoy. And some room to work. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Allen forced out to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. DJ Reader in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, Allen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bills on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. After the interception, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Foster. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Allen operating from the gun. And fights through one man. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Allen. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw. Watson dancing to his left. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now Watson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Watson on third down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Good games there back-to-back for Houston in the passing game and another first down. Watson on first down. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, Watson. Fells has it, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Allen being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DJ Reader in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25.
Flag
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that.
He's got a man, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come back, come back. Check 26.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Throwing now is Allen. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. He got 29 yards that time.
Come back, come back.
On 1st down, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Bills, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.